Folks, sometimes a game is more than just a game. It becomes a piece of history, a story told for generations. That's exactly what we had tonight at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. This wasn't just another basketball game. It was Game 7 of the NBA Finals, the ultimate test, the final chapter. Both the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers were on the brink of glory, each chasing their very first NBA championship. The air was thick with anticipation. You could feel the weight of every dribble, the hope behind every shot. This was the first Finals Game 7 we've seen since 2016, and it promised everything we love about this sport. The entire series had been a heavyweight fight, a true back-and-forth battle. The Pacers took Game 1, then the Thunder roared back. They traded blows through 6 incredible contests, leading us to this winner-take-all scenario. For the Thunder, it was the culmination of a brilliant rebuild, a testament to smart drafting and player development. For the Pacers, it was the peak of a thrilling high-octane season that captured the hearts of fans everywhere. One team was going to make their dreams a reality, etching their names into the NBA history books forever. The other would face the crushing weight of coming so close, only to fall at the final hurdle. The stakes simply could not have been higher. Before the first whistle even blew, the energy in the arena was electric. Every single seat was filled with fans wearing a sea of blue and white, their roars echoing through the building. This was more than just a city. It was a whole state rallying behind its young, exciting team. You could see the focus in the players' eyes during warm-ups. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, cool and composed as ever. Tyrese Haliburton, the brilliant floor general for Indiana. Each team knew what was at stake. It was a moment for heroes to be made and legends to be born. This is what basketball is all about. 2 teams, 1 game, for all the glory. The journey to this point was long and grueling for both franchises. They navigated the treacherous 82-game regular season, battled through 3 tough playoff rounds, and now found themselves standing on the precipice of greatness. Think about the pressure on these young men. The hopes of their teammates, their coaches, their families, and their entire fan bases rested on their shoulders. It's a pressure that can either forge diamonds or crush them. As the lights dimmed for the starting lineup introductions, the roar of the crowd was deafening. It was time. The stage was set for an unforgettable night of basketball. The game started at a blistering pace, just as everyone expected. The Pacers came out firing, and their leader, Tyrese Haliburton, was simply on another level. In the first 7 minutes, he looked unstoppable, draining 3 consecutive three-pointers. He had 9 quick points and was conducting the Indiana offense like a master orchestra conductor. It felt like he was ready to put the team on his back and carry them to the promised land. The Thunder defense, one of the best in the league, had no answer for him. It was a magical start for Indiana, a sign that they were ready for the moment and unafraid of the hostile environment. But then, in an instant, everything changed. On a drive to the basket, Haliburton pulled up awkwardly. He went down, clutching his lower right leg. The entire arena fell silent. You could see the immediate concern on the faces of his teammates and the coaching staff. He had been dealing with a calf strain from a previous game, and this looked much worse. After being helped off the court, the news came down: he would not return. It was a devastating blow for the Pacers. Their leader, their engine, their heart and soul was out of the biggest game of their lives. A moment of pure basketball tragedy. Despite the shocking loss of their star player, the Pacers showed incredible resilience. They didn't fold. Instead, they rallied together. T.J. McConnell and Benedict Mathurin came off the bench and provided a massive spark. They played with a fierce determination, refusing to let their championship dream die. Pascal Siakam stepped up as a veteran leader, steadying the ship and making crucial plays. At halftime, against all odds, the Pacers were actually leading, 48-47. It was a testament to their depth, their coaching, and their sheer will to win. They were proving they were more than just one player. This first half was a roller coaster of emotions. We saw the brilliance of a superstar in Haliburton, followed by the heartbreak of a serious injury. But we also saw the incredible spirit of a team that refused to give up. Guys like McConnell and Mathurin stepped into the spotlight and showed they belonged on this stage. For the Thunder, it was a chance to regroup. They had weathered the initial storm and now faced a very different Pacers team. The game was hanging in the balance, and the second half was setting up to be an absolute dogfight to the finish. When the teams returned for the third quarter, it was as if a different Oklahoma City team had taken the floor. They came out with a renewed sense of purpose and a suffocating defensive intensity that completely changed the game. The Thunder's defense, which had been their calling card all season long, finally took over. They swarmed the Pacers' ball handlers, contested every shot, and shut down passing lanes. Suddenly, the fluid Indiana offense that we saw in the first half ground to a halt. It was a defensive clinic, a masterclass in how to lock down an opponent when it matters most. The primary beneficiary of this defensive surge was the Thunder's offense. They turned Indiana's mistakes into easy points on the other end. The Pacers committed a staggering 8 turnovers in the third quarter alone, and the Thunder capitalized on nearly every single one. Those 8 turnovers led to a flood of transition opportunities, fast break layups, and open three-pointers. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP candidate, began to impose his will. He sliced through the defense for layups and pulled up for his signature mid-range jumpers. The home crowd, sensing the shift in momentum, became louder and louder with every possession. The turning point was a massive run fueled by a barrage of three-pointers. Jalen Williams hit one from the corner. Lu Dort, their defensive specialist, hit another from the wing. The lead quickly grew from 1 point to double digits. The Pacers, without Haliburton to create open looks, struggled to keep pace. Their shots weren't falling, and the Thunder's defensive anchor, Chet Holmgren, was a force in the paint, altering shots and grabbing key rebounds. He finished the game with 6 boards and 3 crucial blocks, protecting the rim and erasing any hope of easy baskets for Indiana. By the end of the third quarter, the damage was done. The Thunder had completely flipped the script, turning a 1-point deficit into a commanding lead. They won the quarter decisively, showcasing the championship DNA they had developed all season. Their defense led to offense, their stars made big plays, and their role players stepped up. The Pacers looked stunned and exhausted, trying to find a way to score against a relentless blue wall. The championship trophy, which seemed within their grasp at halftime, was now rapidly slipping away. The Thunder had taken control, and they weren't looking back. Entering the final quarter, the Thunder held a comfortable lead, but the Indiana Pacers refused to go down without a fight. They scraped and clawed for every point, trying to mount one last desperate comeback. Benedict Mathurin and TJ McConnell continued to play with incredible heart, each finishing with 16 points off the bench. They were warriors, leaving everything they had on the floor. At one point they managed to cut a 21-point deficit down to 13, giving their fans a glimmer of hope. But every time Indiana made a small run, the Thunder had an answer, often from their leader. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was magnificent. He was the calm in the storm, the steady hand that guided his team to victory. Whenever the Pacers threatened to get close, he would hit a tough shot or make the right pass to silence their momentum. He finished the game with a game-high 25 points, a masterful performance on the biggest stage of his career. In the final minutes, he controlled the clock, drew fouls, and sealed the game from the free throw line. It was a championship-worthy performance from a player who has truly established himself as one of the best in the world. As the final seconds ticked off the clock, the celebration began. The roar from the Oklahoma City crowd was deafening. Players embraced at midcourt, tears of joy streaming down their faces. They had done it. The Oklahoma City Thunder were NBA champions for the first time. Confetti rained down from the rafters as the team lifted the Larry O'Brien trophy. For a young team built from the ground up, it was a moment of pure, unadulterated joy and validation. All the hard work, the patience, and the belief had paid off in the most spectacular way possible. For the Indiana Pacers, it was a night of heartbreak, defined by the tragic what-if of Tyrese Haliburton's injury. They showed incredible courage and fight, earning the respect of everyone who watched. For the Thunder and their fans, this is a moment that will be remembered forever. It's a victory for the city, a testament to the organization's vision, and the crowning achievement for a special group of players. Tonight, a new champion was crowned, and a new chapter was written in the annals of NBA history. The Thunder had reached the mountaintop,